One thing though is say that I'm getting more views though, because I think I had 6,000 for the month, which is good for me.
Yeah,
So
I
better than
probably
what
only
I'm.
had 5 this whole month.
Don't
Since
worry
they want to
about it.
delete
Keep
my
going.
videos and not show it to people.
Keep going.
In
Keep
reality,
going.
100 people probably watch my video.
You don't have enough.
In reality, 100 people probably watch my video.
You don't have enough.
In reality,
Mic
100
check.
people probably watch my video.
Mic
In
check.
reality,
Mic
100
check.
people.
Oh Lord, you ain't gonna never stop saying it over and over.
Oh my God.
You're in a loop. Hello and welcome to Sharing the Baby. Tara. Please like, share, and subscribe. All righty. Let's see. All right. What we're going to be talking about today is there are 20 Republicans that are either retiring or leaving their different posts within the Senate and the House. All right. What I want to see is what type of effect will that have on the Democratic Party, or for or against the Democratic Party? Because we know that 20 people right now, the number is subject to change. Um, they are leaving, but in some of those districts, they are just going to replace them with another Republican that does the same thing that the last one did. All right, but that's some. Some of those districts could be where they have a lot of disgust and distaste in their mouth for the Republican Party, and they are ready for a change. But I don't know how many of those 20 that we have per se right now. So I want to see those 20. What is the overall? It's going to be varied because these are different races with different people in different states that have different set up demographically different. So let's see. All right. We're going to see what in general that does for the Democratic Party. What effect does that have, or what we're going to see? So we'll let Spirit be the guide of what's told to us and how we receive the message. Little towels in general. Let's see. Well, that's a lot. We'll take it. All right. Let's see what we got here. We got additional. We got some imagination. Okay. We've got either up. This can be applied up or this can be applied down. But after I finish reading the rest of them, I'll understand exactly what that is. There is some happiness here, I see. There will be netted. Okay, from what I can tell here, that the effect on the Democratic Party is they will be happy. Some of those seats, they will be able to net an additional seat there. Okay, because this is additional to, this is happy, this is cameras, this is action, this is, some people are going to be able to get, have, some of these people are going to be famous for replacing the Republican. It's going to be like history making. Like, I've never seen this before. Let's put this on camera. This is like a camera shot to me, also smiling. And this to me also means addition, in addition to. So they will net some additional seats. Some of those seats they'll never get and take. And this is what I gather from this. This is like imagination, making it what you want it to be, but is it actually really that? So there are some of those seats, like I know it's probably going to be a varied reason because, like I say, those seats have different people and demographics inside of them, and it just depends on what is the high level and distaste of the Republican Party in that area. Have they reached a point in which they've ate all of their bullshit and thrown it up? So that's essentially, there are going to be some things that are unclear. So I feel some of those seats, like we may put up a Democratic person and they won't win, but they'll be like they're like it was sometime last week. where the lady got fairly closely. I can't remember her name. I will probably mispronounce it. Alfton Brighton. I don't know. It was AB is her initials, and she was running for something, and they thought that they would get that seat, but they did not get it. But the numbers were fairly too close to call, and too close for comfort. Not too close to call, too close for comfort. And so there are going to be some of these Republican seats that's it's going to be shifty and shady as hell. And they to know there, it's going to be evidence that there is a crossover. Okay, where it can pull you all the way over, don't know, but there definitely is going to be a crossover. And I think what it has to do when some of those people are in office and they just retire, then they just maybe, if they leave in between, then they put somebody else in their place and they have the same views as them or whatever. But in the cases of where power is going to change, whereas then you have to have a new election or something like that, then I just feel like the Democrats are going to get closer than they ever got to any of these things, just like that, just like what happened last time. So some of this will be close. Some of these positions are just an imagination time for Democrats. You was never in 12 lifetimes going to get that seat. It is distinctly the reddish red, ruby red, all that, and there might be a little bit of imagination going on there. But overall, they will net some additional seats. So that's good. It will be enough to kind of change the tide. We got this. This kind of reminds me of a heartbeat going up, going down, and kind of steady. So I think that they will net something from this. Maybe not huge, like, all 20 of them, and I'm going to get all 20 of them. That's unrealistic as well. But they could net 2 or 3 of those 20 that are going to retire, or you have to have. I really think that if you're going to have a new election based upon if that person, depending on what timing that those persons or people leave, then you have a better opportunity. If it's going to be a new election, you have a better opportunity. That's how I feel in regards to that situation. They're going to me, I can say that they're going to be some ups and they're going to be some downs. But I feel like that the Democrats will put towards candidates wherever they can in places that they used to not even bother to put forth. And it's going to be a showing and a coming out for some of these people in these districts that they never thought they'd give one vote to. All right. It's going to be looking like, and some of these people are going to actually have success. Okay. Definitely are. And I feel more strongly again towards the competition in races where you're not just swapping somebody out for somebody else. You have more competition when it's like you have to put a Democrat up against it. Democrats will have to watch out for the Republican MAGA establishment watching and waiting to do something. If I were them, I would definitely be watching of the polls. Be careful about the polls. And I'm talking about the voting polls. Be careful of cheating. Not organized cheating, but cheating nonetheless, like in local type districts, in places where they really want to get it done. Whereas then they used to do cheating on a regional setting, they'll try to do cheating like in small local districts and local races. They'll get themselves, and the Republicans will get themselves involved in small things. So say like if it's a town where they've always had a Republican mayor, or something like that, or a Republican senator, a Republican House member, but now it's an opportunity for it to turn blue, and they know that the people in that city or that state or that county have become progressively sickened with Republicans and the way that they run stuff and the stuff that they doing, and they can't eat no more. They bullshit and they throwing it up. If they know that this is, they'll try something. That's all I can say. So if I was the Democrats, I'll be very watching of them. All right. and especially three. Okay, this is three of Pentacles. Be very wary of three of these people's seats in which they are leaving. Um, be very wary of that. That seems to be contained a lot inside of whatever counties these is. It's three particular counties where they run in congruence with each other, or something is going on, or three states or something within these 20 people that are not going to no longer be here. You do have to worry about uh, messing with the local elections. Okay, just really local too. I'm talking to like city. Let's go ahead and do a full read. These are just cards that have been out, just fell out, or at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Okay, we have corporation. I say, how will this affect the Democratic Party? All right. Okay, how will this affect the Democratic Party? And at the bottom of it, this is like a new outlook and a new celebration. This is a new feeling coming into play. This is something that maybe the Democrats haven't felt in a while. Like I say, some of these places, we will be shocked about who goes over to the left. Okay, and we like, what the, fairly confused about this situation. But like I say, these are the folks that are tired of eating bullshit and they want to throw up, and they are coming to the Democrats, which are as the doctors at the time. They seem like the doctors because the nation is sick and everybody is going towards the Democrats at this point, to be like, because we can't go to Worm Brain. He's going to give us some tea mixed with squirrels or something. We can't go to, he is not the health man. All right. So for them, this is going to bring the Democrats together. We have the card of the Lovers. This is cooperation. This is coming together because there are several forms of Democrats. We all come in different shapes and shades and believe this a little bit here, some in the middle, some to the left, some a little bit more Democrat that's conservative. Whatever it is, it's like we're going to all blend that into the party, whatever you have going on. Each individual race is going to receive its own individual caring. Like if we got a person in this county and he tends to be a little more conservative Democrat, then what they'll do is they'll run him a little bit differently, like you should. Like they ran Mondami. He was a socialist and a proud socialist. I love socialists. I love middle of the road people, and I also love conservative Democrats. So I'm all over the place, and I understand that we all have different views, even within the same party. But at this point, they're going to be working towards each other and working with each other, also working across state lines. Like there are going to be some other senators may speak up for some other senators, or some people may speak up for some other House members. Okay, as you run in there, let me come, let me talk, let me speak, let me help you. So it's a spirit of cooperation here because they know the great distaste for the government that is acting like a kingdom. And no one likes it. Okay, not too many people like it. Okay, even red MAGA hatters don't like that either. So let's see. In the past, they've done things in the true and tried way. This is the government as well. They've done it. I think this time, with these 20 people retiring or leaving or whatever they're doing, I think this is going to be a way that the Democrats are going to have to shake it up and do it in a different way. They're going to have to run people like they're going to have to run the gamut of people and let people kind of be freewheeling. That is the best way to get some of these positions knocked out, or to just, kind of get your numbers in there a little bit past the Republican fire line, is to let these people be who they are. Okay. You're going to have some people who are going to be like Governor Newsom. I like him. He's rash. He's rough. He's rash. And I just like that particular thing. Then you're going to have somebody like AOC or somebody like I'm not saying that these people are going to run. What I'm saying is to counteract some of these 20 people, if they have to have somebody run against them, they're going to have a person that fits that particular county. And they're going to run the gamut of people like AOC, who's the socialist and concerned about the people, the poor, or Bernie. He's kind of like independent, middle of the road, but he has a lot of socialistic, whatever views or what have you, but he votes independent, not Democratic. But his type of, it's just his type of politics that you'll have to run him in some states. In some states, you could run a Bernie type political a political person like that. So you have to take somebody that's a little bit more conservative. I don't know any conservative Democrats, but they have them, and run them in other different states. I guess like you can say Joe Manchin, because they always say that he is a conservative Democrat, but most of the time I feel like he'll sell out. But that's just my opinion, and that's allegedly. All right, so let's see. Now the challenge is to set some things in motion. Okay. So some of these places, Democrats, like I say, in the past, they used to wherever they used to in the boundaries. Some of these states, the boundary is changing because they are gerrymandering, or the boundary is just changing due to the way that the demographics look at the certain demographics look at the political atmosphere here. Okay, well, you might used to have, you could if you could bank on, if you had a whole lot of Caucasian people, that you be putting in a Republican. I don't think you can bank on that no more. It is not like it used to be. This is not standing in the way that it used to be, doing the tried true method. That's not going to work anymore. So with this being the setting in the motion, they're going to have to get their boots on the ground where they have not been before. Okay. So that is their challenge. How can they set up, what can I say? How can they set up their campaigns and everything to run in a certain area that's been ruby red for years? How can they do it? They are going to have to speak with the senators, and they're going to have to speak with some of the House members who have done just that. All right. They have run in areas and that they have no business winning, and they have done it. So they're going to have to speak with them. And that's the challenge, to set this in motion. The challenge is to stop doing what you always done and do something new. That is the challenge that will prevent them from some of these seats. You can't be closed-minded if you're trying to win an election. You've got to run with everybody, from AOC to Bernie to like characters, to Jasmine Crockett like characters. Yeah, you got to have everybody that's within the Democratic rainbow, as they so say. Let's see. The advice for them is the emperor. Emperor is rules and control and regulation. They need someone who is particular. They need one main person that is delegated, but that is handling all of these people who are leaving these 20 seats, if it's quite possible to get somebody to run against them. And if not, get somebody to run against them when get somebody to run against them when it's time, when elections is, it's time for the elections, time for the midterms. Get somebody who can be on the ground. Remember that is their challenge, to set something in motion. So what I think is that they are going to have to, even if these people leave, soon as they are leaving, they should be trying to find a candidate that they can run in that open and run in that spot. Even if they leave and then they put in somebody else, as soon as that person leaves, start figuring out who can campaign there, who can go there, who can you run, how can you get them on the ground now? Because speed is of the essence. Time is of the essence here. So you're going to have to be in strong control. They need somebody that is in control of all of just over these 20 people that's retiring, and to put a game plan in place. That's what I think that they'll be doing. They'll be putting in a game plan for all of these, and try to figure out what is the most effective way that they can inch in a little bit, because they need to inch in into that Republican fire line. If they don't win in certain states, that's fine, as long as they inch in. That to them is a victory, because they believe if they can inch in a little bit, then by the time the midterms come, they'll be very, very sick of eating shit, and they'll come on over to the Democratic doctors. All right. So what is the outcome or probable outcome here? Let's see how this will affect them. This will bring in some type of new emotions. We got the Ace of Cups. There will be new people which are willing to join them and to go towards them. There are also people willing or voting with their emotions. There are also people that are giving with their emotions. If you can get this clown out of here, or we can try to do something to sway the House and maybe even get a little more numbers in the Senate, please do it. You know, that's the outcry of some people. Let's see. We got the 10 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. So what I feel is going to be good for them. We got the Ace of Pentacles. We got the 10 of Cups. New emotions of the people. The people are getting new emotions. We got some deception, some deceit, and we got some plans or something to work out here. And we got the 2 of Pentacles. So despite all that they do, there will be some type of trickery involved in the situation, but it won't be enough of trickery to negate the additional gains that they have. So they're definitely going to gain. They're definitely going to bust into the Republican red line here. All right, with these 20. That's how these 20. This is not the midterm, but this is just how these 20 will affect the Democratic Party. So it will initiate them some seats, okay, and it will get them ready, like they prepared. If they go in and do it correctly, they can be prepared for the midterms. And then if they can lay the groundwork and the foundation, then they can knock them out the park. All right. So that has been my reading for Shanda Baby Tara. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, please hit the notification bell and make sure you put all. So anytime I go live, that you will be there, and I will be here. So stay dangerous, stay safe, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.